Right, okay, what's going on? So the other day I saw this video from a guy called Boy in a Band, and he did this personality test. And what it is, it's like, I think it's like employers use it when they're like looking to recruit people. We might as well get amongst it and see what type of personality I am. And his video is absolutely class, so we'll leave a link to that down below, and we'll just get amongst it ourselves. Straight off the bat, you find it difficult to introduce yourself to other people. I disagree quite strongly. You often get so lost in your thoughts that you ignore or forget your surroundings. I mean, I never really find myself thinking that much that I'm like, oh, hang on. Disagree? You try to respond to your emails as soon as possible and cannot stand a messy inbox. Hang on. So the last 12 emails I received, I've opened one. So I feel like that might have to be a strong disagree. You find it easy to stay relaxed and focused even when there is some pressure. Yeah, I find it's weird, right? I'm more relaxed and focused when there is pressure, like when I've got a deadline. So this is why when I tweet and I'm like, oh, I'll get a video up for 7 PM, like I'll work so much better that day if I'm under the pressure. Even if I don't get it out, like I'll get so much more done. So I'm gonna go with, see, I agree in some situations and don't disagree, so I'm going to quite strongly agree. You do not usually initiate conversations. I totally disagree. You rarely do something just out of sheer curiosity. Yeah, I'd agree. You feel superior to other people. Like, I try to think, because it's one of those where you're like, oh, I'll just put disagree, but then maybe if you think about it a bit deeper. But no, I don't. Being organized is more important to you than being adaptable. I am so unorganized, like so ridiculously unorganized. You're usually highly motivated and energetic. Yeah, I'm all right. Winning a debate matters less to you than making sure no one gets upset. It depends who. Winning a debate, yeah, nah. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, I agree. You often feel as if you have to justify yourself to other people. Nah, I disagree. Your home and work environments are usually quite tidy. Right, hang on, I'll just give this a quick twirl. So, this is, and I tidied this beforehand, so I think that's gonna have to be a no. You do not mind being at the center of attention. I mean, I've literally sat in my bedroom putting a camera on myself, so I probably have to disagree with that one. Like, this is just gonna make me look like a massive dick. You consider yourself more practical and creative. Oh, fuck. So yes, like I have. Like my whole life, I'd say I was probably more practical than creative. But then YouTube's like, yeah, job as a creator. But then again, I kind of just do react to other people's stuff, so I'm gonna slightly agree. People can rarely upset you. Yeah, I agree with that. Your travel plans are usually well thought out. Heavily disagree, considering I fly to LA next Friday and don't have a passport and it takes a week to come. It's currently Wednesday and then I need to get an ESTA, so heavily disagree. It is often difficult for you to relate to other people's feelings. Nah, I'm gonna say disagree. Your mood can change very quickly. Nah. In a discussion, truth should be more important than people's sensitivities. Yeah, agree. You rarely worry about how your actions affect other people. See, I would really like to but disagree with this, but I don't know if I can. No, I think I am bad for that. I'm gonna go slightly agree. Oh, that's bad. Your work style is closer to random energy strikes than to a methodical and organized approach. That is so true. You're often envious of others. No, not really. An interesting book or a video game is more often better than a social event. I'm so guilty of that. Like, I'm one of those where if I don't have plans, I'll look forward to a night more, but then I'll enjoy it more if I'm actually going out and do something. So I'm gonna go slightly disagree. Plus I haven't read a book in like 7 years and that's pretty bad. Being able to develop a plan and stick to it is the most important part of every project. No, getting it done is the most important part. You rarely get carried away by fantasies and ideas. That reads dodgy, but I'm gonna disagree. I get carried away with shit all the time. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make 4 videos this week and then end up like making one that's 3 days delayed. You often find yourself lost in thought whenever you are walking in nature, 100%. If someone does not respond to your email quickly, you start worrying if you said something wrong. Yeah, I mean, not an email, but if a text, that's fully true. As a parent, would you rather see your child grow kind than smart? Yeah, correct, kind, defo. You don't have to be smart to do well anyway. You do not let other people influence your actions. Again, this is one of those. I think it's either one of the very slightly disagrees or very slightly agree. I feel like, yeah, maybe I do a little bit more than I should. Your dreams tend to focus on the real world and its event. What the fuck does that mean? I have no idea. It does not take you much time to get started involved in social activities like your new workplace. I mean, considering my new workplace is my bedroom, I'm gonna go for yeah, I'd agree. I'd go out. You're more of a natural improviser than careful planner. No, I plan everything. Like, I plan videos down to a T. So I should probably disagree with that. Your emotions control you more than you control them. No, heavily disagree. You enjoy going to social events that involve. I fucking hate dressing up. It's just a faff, innit? Like, yeah, fine, the social events good, but then the week before I'm trying to sort them. It's a bally. You often spend time Why do people, hang on, what's the point of these questions? Like, why are employers being like, yeah, this is just a good way to judge a person we want to work for us? Like, what does fancy dress have to do with that? You often spend time exploring unrealistic and impractical yet intriguing ideas. No, never. If something's not going to work, I barely give it any time, which is probably bad. Actually, that's really bad. Would you rather improvise than spend time coming? No, disagree heavily. You're a relatively reserved and quiet person. I'm gonna have to disagree. If you had a business, you would find it very difficult to fire loyal, but yes, I would find that absolutely impossible. I'd just, no, I couldn't. Well, I mean, you'd have to, but it would struggle. You often contemplate the reasons for human exit. No, just wasted time in it. Logic is more important than heart when it comes to making important decisions. A bit of both in it. I'm gonna stay in the middle. Keeping your options is more important than having a to-do list. I just don't even think they map. Like, they're totally different things. Like, what does doing the washing have with bollocks. If your friend is sad about something, you're more likely to offer emotional support than suggest ways to deal with the problem. No, I think I'd go with suggesting ways. You rarely feel insecure. I mean, yeah, not too much. I'll go for slightly agree. You have no difficulties coming up with a personal timetable and sticking to it. Okay, so the first part of that sentence, coming up with one, fine. Sticking to one, being right is more important than being cooperative when it comes to teamwork. It depends. This is like when you go, if you've been to uni, you'll know this so well. Like when you have group work and there's just that one dick that reckons they know absolutely everything. There's nothing worse than those. So I'm gonna go slightly disagree just because you don't want to be that type of person. You think that everyone's views should be respected regardless of whether they are supported by facts or not. Yeah, I disagree. If you're talking shite, you're talking shite. You feel more energetic after spending time with a group of people. Ooh, I don't know. I honestly, I have no idea. You frequently misplace your things. Again, passport. Should probably know what that is, but I don't. You see yourself as very emotionally stable. I mean, yeah, I'd agree to some. I'm not going to fully agree in case, because I feel like that's just tempting some sort of mental breakdown. But I'll go pretty much agree. Your mind is always buzzing with unexplored ideas and plans. I'm going to disagree on that one. I wish it was, I really do, but I don't think it is. You would not call yourself a dreamer. A little bit, yeah. Sometimes I get away with it. You usually find it difficult to relax when talking in front of many people. Nah. Generally speaking, you rely more on your experience than your imagination. No. Heavily disagree. You worry too much about what other people think. So a couple of years ago, I would have gone like heavily agree, but then now, like since starting YouTube and like dropping out of uni and shit, I don't really care. So yeah, fuck it, I fully don't care. If the room is full, you stay closer to the walls, avoiding the center. What, full of people? Yeah. If this means like, if it's about people, I disagree. You have a tendency to procrastinate until there is not enough time to do everything. You feel very anxious in stressful situations. It depends. If it's really stressful, I kind of just like chill out, like when it's really bad. But if it's like a little bit stressful, I get really anxious. I'm gonna agree a little bit. You believe it's more rewarding to be liked by others than to be powerful. Yeah, fully agree. You have always been interested in unconventional or ambiguous things, e.g. no, not really. You often take initiative in social situations. I'm really not sure. Okay, here we go. Your personality type is entertainer. I mean, I suppose it helps. I hope I've answered that like as honestly as possible and not just like what I wanted to see myself as, if that makes sense. But we're 68% extroverted, 67% observant. I suppose that makes sense because like I'm reaching here. I was gonna be like, well, because I look for stories for this week. That's bollocks, Will. Yeah, I'd say I'm more feeling than thinking. Okay. Tactics, respecting than judging. Yeah, okay. Identity. This trait underpins all others, showing how confident we are. Assertive. Okay, cool. Nice one. Right, well, I hope that was an interesting video. I just kind of wanted to see what I was. I hope I've answered that really honestly. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed the video. If you have, leave a like, and I'll see you guys later.